Good morning, I'm Chief Eells. I'm the headquarters Bureau Chief with the Austin Police Department. The last name is Eells, E-E-L-L-S. His name is Al.
His name is what?
Al. At 4:30 a.m. This morning, 911 received a call of a disturbance in the gun. Officers dispatched to the disturbance. Officers arrived on the scene and began to collect information. They made contact with two individuals, a man and his wife. These individuals told the officers that they had been confronted in their apartment by another individual who was armed with a weapon and who had threatened them with a weapon. The officers began to secure the scene and set up a perimeter, trying to remove innocent citizens from the danger there. Our SWAT team was called and our negotiators were also called. We were able to determine that this individual is now in the apartment with multiple weapons that had also been in the apartment, including guns, handguns, and rifles, and was now held up inside. Officers did set up the perimeter. SWAT began to arrive on scene and took over the perimeter duties. The negotiators were able to make contact with this subject and began a dialogue with them, attempting to get him to come out of the apartment so that nobody would be hurt. The suspect did move around the apartment during this entire incident and was viewed at times by police and our SWAT team members who were set up outside. This was a very complex scene because it was a large apartment complex with lots of innocent citizens, children, and other people in the area, and we were very conscious of that and trying to remove that threat to ensure nobody else got hurt, but it was very difficult to do that given the setup and the circumstances that existed. The officers, again, SWAT officers did set up and then began to watch the apartment. The subject came out several times with weapons. On one particular occasion, the suspect came out of the apartment with a rifle and a scope on the rifle and pointed it directly at the SWAT officers that were outside. One of our SWAT officers fired a shot, and at that time we were unsure if the subject was struck, but later we found that the individual was apparently injured by the shot. The individual did go back into the apartment and continued dialogue with the negotiators. Our negotiators were able to talk to the individual and get him in a position where he was willing to surrender and come out of the apartment. And at that time, eventually he did come out of the apartment. The SWAT team members took him into custody and he was transported immediately to Brackenridge. At this time, the suspect is in what we've been told is stable condition at Brackenridge with non-life-threatening injuries.